Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Victoria 2 A Heart of Darkness as Iraq in our Towering Ambitions campaign. Now it's been a while since I played this, so I have to look around a bit where we ended up. So I see Oman is still something we haven't conquered yet, since they still have Omani Kenya and therefore a border with Portugal. The Ottomans took Hill in the last episode and we took Hejaz, which is cool. So I also see that Egypt has rebels. Now Egypt has no army, so they're definitely going to fall to these rebels. They are all reactionaries. If the reactionaries take Cairo, which they might do at some point, then let's see, where are the rebels now? Oh, they're over here. Well, that's no good. You need to take over this place to be effective. Well, anyway, they're reactionaries, so they will, well, roll back some reforms. Now we also have reactionary rebels. We have 42,000 of them, 16 possible brigades. So their daily power, let's tick for 1 day to let the game recalculate everything. Their daily power is actually not increasing, it looks like. Oh, that's very good. Let's let the game run for a little bit. There we go, we're making money again. The rebels also, well, it actually went up with 1%, but they don't seem to be gaining all that much. And anyway, our militancy is ticking down quite a bit. It's like could be 0.1 every month. Oh, that's not that fast, but it's ticking down nonetheless. We have a lot of research points, but we are going to hold off on using them because it will give us a lot of militancy, and I don't want to have those problems that Hejaz in Egypt, well, Hejaz was having in Egypt is having now. We will need, for another 50%, 40,000 research points or anything around that, I think. Actually, it might be less, because this one is 15%, so 50% more, but it only costs 10,000 points. So one is also 15% and also gives for 10,000 points. So we could do two of these, two of the 15% ones for 20,000. And then, for example, this one for 15,000, which would make sense because it gives, like, the expensive reforms that cost a lot of research points but give more civilization progress, give less militancy overall because you pay per reform. So getting 10% reforms to westernize is actually rubbish. It's much better, I realize now, to get, for example, this one 25% or this one 20%. So actually we don't need that much. We just need, well, you could do this one for 17,000. Gives us a cement factory, which is not that good. We would actually want a factory yet. Our literacy is way too low for that, but 25% is pretty good. And then we could get a 15% one, which is 10,000, and we could westernize for 25,000, well, 27,000 instead of the 40,000 it would take with these reforms. So that's an idea. And that means we only would need about 10,000 more points, which is doable, although we have been accumulating points for quite a while now. So yeah, I'm going to basically save up for these really expensive reforms so we can have less problems westernizing. So that's point 1 that we want to do. Point 2 that we want to do is quite possibly try and get some more units. Now we cannot build any more army units, even though we have taken Hejaz quite recently. So I think it's time for us to deselect everything, select these ones, sort by size. We have these four that are more than 1,000, so they can support an entire, what is it, brigade? No, it's not brigade, right? It is, doesn't actually say, just a unit, 1 unit. No, this one. So these one in Sanaa and this one in Kut are pretty close. Where is Kut? I'm not sure. Not that good with this entire region. I know Sanaa, which is the current capital of Yemen. But Kut, where is Kut? Is Kut in Iraq? Yeah, Kut is in Iraq, so it's in Basra. So Kut, Sanaa, Mecca and Karbala, Najaf. Let's see, so I'm looking for a province that has a few... I'm looking for a state, not a province. I'm looking for a state that has a couple of provinces in it that are all close to giving me 1 unit. So Sanaa is in Yemen, this one is in Basra, this one is in Hejaz, but Karbala, I haven't seen Karbala yet. Is it in... Karbala is in Baghdad. Oh, I can actually use my points again to increase some relations. I'm going to increase with you. I also want to increase with you, actually. Now I can. And I could start working on Portugal a little bit. Wouldn't mind having them with higher relations. So 1 in Baghdad, Basra, Mosul, Hejaz. So still no to Najaf. They're Bedouins, so it's... oh, that's also in Baghdad. So we have 2 in Baghdad at the moment. That could be 1 Hufuf and Samarra, Mosul. Mosul is one over here. Samarra, so that's another one for here. And Hufuf is... I don't know. Can't seem to find it. I'm probably being really stupid. Hoof. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, I was just being stupid. But basically the best one will be Baghdad. So I will, for a little while, start doing soldiers in Baghdad. Which should be... Oh, I actually want this one to be above 1000. Anyway, it should make the population in, what is it, Samarra and Karbala bigger. Right? I was going for Karbala, yeah, and... Oh, they're not actually that big, to be honest. Might be better off trying to get Sanaa above 1000. Anyway, at least this one back again on 1000. There we go. Let's pause the game for a second. I want to see the soldiers in Baghdad. Yeah, so we have 3 over here that are 600 or more. We have... Those are quite low. So this one in Basra would be pretty good. A Jazz only 1. Same for Yemen. Oh, Niet almost has one at 2. Could be interesting. Hill has a very small one and Abu Dhabi as well. Seems to be that I was right in picking Baghdad, but it's going to be a long time till we can actually get some soldiers from there. So I think what I'll do instead is going to do the whole, what is this called, clergyman thing. Oh wait, select all. Need to do it like that. There's 2.4 here, 2% in Mosul, 1.3 only in Basra. Oh, we made them all soldiers, I think. Oh, damn. Jazz has 1.2, Yemen 2.2, Net 1.8, 2.1 in Hill, 1.2 in Abu Dhabi. So Basra, we're going to do clergymen in you, and let's hope that we're not promoting any soldiers to clergymen. Also, that would be bad. But we need the clergymen to get our literacy up. It needs to increase dramatically. I think I wanted to combine the word drastically and dramatically. In dramatically. Should be a word, to be honest. It's a good term. So, Russia against Germany. That's a bit concerning. Everybody's joining Russia, but we have seen what Germany can do in one of our last games in the South Africa campaign. So, I'm not so sure. This is Austria-Hungary, France and Russia. Well, that might be a bit much. They are useless, and they are mostly useless. Wow, that's actually going pretty fast, and I don't seem to be losing any soldiers, which is very good. We have almost 20,000 now. So could get this one, but then we needed a 15 one and a 10 one. And it's cheaper to get 2 15s and 1 20, I think. So this one will give 15. Oh, that's nice. Greece got Thessalia. So that is this state. Greece grows. Not just as aggressively as if a player would play them, but they grow anyway. Financial reform is 15 and... Ooh, that one is actually 35%. So that's another 20. So I could get... let's see. 15, 15, 20 from this one. Not sure how expensive it is, it doesn't say. But that's another 20% reform. The other 20% reform is early industrialization. And I don't want to get any factories just yet, because they just cost lots of money to keep open. And I don't have the literacy in my population to run them efficiently. At some point I hope we can get factories. But you need at least like 30 or 40% literacy to make that happen. And... can I actually look at the literacy in Baghdad, which is our capital? So that's where the factories would be. It's actually pretty high, it's around 20%, but I don't think it's good enough just yet. So this one would be good. And it would give us tax efficiency. It would give us 35% in total. So that's a good one to get. And then we need another 15%. I think I'll do with the railroads. I think I'll get railroads right now. Then get this one over here and this one. And then we can westernize. But we get plus 25% farming and mining efficiency. And we should get a level of railroads on top of that. But this is not our... It's actually a pretty profitable province. Gives 4 again, so that's like 7.5 and 8. That is actually pretty good. That's over a third of our income. So yes, I'm going to take this right now. We did get a lot of militancy because of that. And the revolt is growing now. But it's also ticking down very fast. Oh, we instantly got them. They did not need any construction. That's interesting. So we just got an instant boost to our income. Which means I'm going to increase spending. There we go. Wow, 2.5. That is quite a bit of infamy. But it's all instant infamy. It's not actually ticking up what I can see. So that's really good. 10 a month, it's 0.10 a month, it's going down. That is very fast. We still have over 10,000 points, so we could do this immediately on 24th of August. But I'm going to wait till the rebels are ticking down. Although their power is not increasing. The revolt risk is still 0. There are no brigades ready to join an uprising. I'm going to let this tick down to 1.5 and then I'm going to get the next one. Oh wow, that gives a lot of bonuses. I wonder if they stay around after we westernize. I'm not actually sure how that works. Yeah, so this just gives us more tax efficiency and it activates debt. So uncivilized nations cannot loan any money or take any loans. So we cannot go into debt, which is good. But you sometimes want to be able. Persia signed the Geneva Convention. Oh crap, Persia is a westernized nation. You're scary now, Persia. A westernized Persia. Wow. Yeah, we wanna keep you as friends. You're allied with Egypt. Egypt. The stupid rebels are just walking down into the Sudan. They're not actually sieging up Cairo like they should be doing. I wonder why Persia never falls to rebels. Persia also always westernizes very quickly because they have quite high literacy. And they just, well, become, they can become a late game power if they take any states here, but they didn't. They were not aggressive. So we might just have a map Persia, which is a Persia that's scary to us, but not to anybody else. We, however, are not anywhere near... well, we are near westernization. We're actually doing pretty well now. We need 10,000 for this one. And we need another... it's a 20 reform, so 20 reforms. This one is 15,000 for that one. But I think we're actually ready to do this. We have no rebel brigades ready. Oh, they're actually brigades. That's the unit of soldiers we're using. Hey, Oman accepted a peace offer from Portugal. Good for you. So I don't know if they normally go for Somaliland. That's actually a question. After that we will invade Oman. The Portuguese troops over here. I guess they have access with us. We probably gave it to them at some point. Anyway, we can just increase relations till it's above 100 and then we're fine. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, what we are going to do is enact financial reforms. Right here. Now 80% westernized. The next one will give us westernization, but that won't be for a while because we saved up a lot of points. Wow, that gave us so much income. That's crazy. Can we do like this? Yeah, we can. We can also do this. Just spend all the money. Hey. Oh crap, one of our units disappeared. Yeah, the pop just disappeared completely. It's really sucky. We actually need units. Deselect all the soldier thing. Size. Iraq. Good. Mecca, Karbala. Where was Good? Oh, Good is over here. So if I increase it in Quds, it will also increase in this one, in Basra and Sika. Will be good, and they're not that big. But we actually need it to grow in Kirkuk and in Mosul. So have these any soldier pop? Oh, this one, but it's already existent. Now I guess we'll switch over to Baghdad and try and get these ones above 1000. I am actually financing them quite a bit, so they should go pretty fast. Just let's hope they're not all going to the Baghdad province. We want them to go to Karbala and Najaf as well. And another Greek crisis. The Russians again, but the two Sicilies has backed the Ottomans. Yeah. That's a recipe for disaster. A recipe for disaster. I don't know, I said recipe. That's a stupid way of saying it. So, we are military quite weak at the moment. We also have one rebel brigade ready for an uprising now, but it's not increasing and it's still ticking down very fast. Oh, the soldiers are going up quite fast. It's good. We might be able to hire some new ones quite soon. Also, we want to take Oman before we have enacted our last reform. Because if we do it after, they will become a colonial state. Anyway, I'm going to cut a breaking right here. Thank you all for watching this episode of Let's Play Victoria to Heart of Darkness as Iraq, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.